Right, good morning. Out for a ride today. Not going to go very far. Weather's not looking too great, as you can see. I think there's going to be some showers, so staying pretty close to home for a little bit. The reason I'm out today is I want to just talk about the bike a little bit. You can see that I have done 997 miles since I've had the bike, so I thought I'd do a 1,000-mile review. Thoughts on the bike, what upgrades I've made, and just a ride around to some local places. First one, very first thing I did, because I like to carry lights, phone, cameras, bags, all that sort of stuff. Couldn't fit it all on the standard handlebars, so I looked online and I found this little Rock Bros extending bar, which not done a very good job of that, have I? Has done the trick perfectly, and that was the very first upgrade. Doesn't get in the way at all. It allows me to mount a full-size phone, my light and a camera, and if I'm out in the daytime I don't always have the light, so I can put something else there. Just stopped in Penpon's churchyard here a second, just to say now the second upgrade I made, which was probably the most important, with the mud guards, front and back, making riding much more comfortable, and also the rear rack. So it changes it from a mountain bike to a commuter bike, touring bike, bike packing bike, whatever you want to call it. It gives me so much more versatility. So that was the second upgrade. Right, we'll go on a bit further and talk about the next one. Coming up the back lanes now towards Pendarvis Woods, where we go quite regular. Just going to go there and pick up my trail cam again. Probably won't be anything on it, never is. And I put it over the lake this time, so you never know, might get the swan and the ducks and a few bits. Thoughts on the bike so far? 1,000 miles done. Changed my cycling back to where it was 10 or 15 years ago. I'm out most days, I'm cycling to work. It's getting me around doing my filming. Smooth as can be. Had a few problems with the tyres at the beginning. They're basically cheap tyres, stock tyres. I'm still using them. Slime tubes solved the problem, I think. Had 3 or 4 punctures in the first couple of weeks. Put slime tubes in, no more punctures so far. Touch wood. I'll probably get one in a minute. Battery life is unbelievable. I charged it last Thursday, gone to 100%. I've ridden to work 5-6 times. I've been out almost every day doing 10-15 miles. And I still have 60% of the battery left, which on Eco Plus, which is what I use most of the time, still gives me another 65 mile range. so can't complain about that. Power more than I'll ever need. I can carp anything. Right, we seem to have a slight problem here. There's a tree falling down across the path. This is where the bike is a disadvantage. With an ordinary bike I could lift it over no problem at all. I think I'm going to struggle to lift over this thing. So it looks like we might be stuck. Right, I locked the bike up and walked up. It's too far to leave the bike. I'm afraid to leave it with all my cameras and drone there, so I'll have to come another day for the trail cam, I think. The next upgrade I made was the pedals. The bike came with just cheap plastic pedals just to get you started. They lasted about a month, I think, before they started to collapse. So I invested in these nice Rock Bros flat pedals. More than happy with them. They seem very, very smooth. Give a great bass. Very comfortable and very, very grippy. So again, not a problem. Quite happy with them. I just come to a local mine building just to do a little bit more talking about the upgrades. I've forgotten the name of this one for a minute. I'll find it in a minute. There must be a plaque here somewhere. A mile or so from home. This is the old... Unfortunately, people still tip a load of rubbish in these old buildings, which is very disrespectful and a big shame. Can't blame the tourists for that one, because it's probably the locals. Right, we're here still doing the review of the 1,000 mile review for the bike. Just show you what the next upgrades I made were. Nice front light, if you can see that. There we go. Just a little cheap one, cheapish one, Lysine, but very, very good, more than enough for going to work. And on the back, if I pop the seat up, underneath, you can see a little one on the back. That clips very nicely onto the seat rails, saddle rails. Got the lights, and the next thing I got were some new panniers. I had my old panniers that the first ones I ever bought. They look really nice on the bike, but they seem to have lost their waterproof qualities. So I had a big ride in the rain and stuff was a little bit damp on the inside. So I bought a new set. These are the acid travel panniers, 20 litres per side. Nice reflection on the back. They have a clip strap over the top, 2 side clips. Inside, I'm sure it's pretty dark in there, but you can see there's some internal pockets. So I got my lock in there and my wallet in a zip pocket, sorry. So I'm going to move on a bit further now, somewhere else, and I'll show you the last few upgrades. See, we're in a pretty residential area here, but we have this one. From the last one, we've arrived at Dolcoath Mine Stray Park Pumping Engine House. The next upgrade was the handlebar grips. These I'm really happy with. This thing, they're so comfortable. Acid again, I forget what they're called. I did do them in another video. They are so comfortable, and they're party trick, of course. Another upgrade with the Husk 24 soles, which I showed in another video. If you want to see them in a bit more detail, you can go back and watch that one. But really clever idea. So that was another nice upgrade which improved the bike. Yes, the next bit was because I bought the new bags, they're slightly bigger than the other ones and they were hanging too low on the original rack. Luckily Cube do an additional top rail which I've added. It's raised the bags up so they're not touching the tray there now. And I think the final upgrade was not an upgrade, but just for my comfort, I've gone to my cadmium Brooks saddle that I had on the track 1120, as I'm not riding that quite so much now. I've transferred it, mind the shadows, transferred it to the Cube. So that's pretty much it. So these are my thoughts after 1,000 miles of riding this bike. I had it for just over 3 months and I couldn't be happier with it. It's absolutely brilliant. The upgrades I've made I think have improved it for what I want to do. Gets me out, it's easy to carry equipment, plenty of power, plenty of range. Can't really think of anything bad to say about it at all. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment, tell me what you think of what I've done to the bike. And if it's a good investment, I think so. Share the video with anybody who's interested in getting an e-bike. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.